De controles de...
Coming back to the second round
Yes.
of Klutch Kickers, was there anything you're preparing for?
Yeah, for sure. So talking a little bit about round 1 to round 2. Round 1, I learned some lessons on just transition timing and car setup. So round 2, I was super focused on where I was at on the track and as well as how to make the car win. We took the toe in the rear quite a bit inward, and we took the toe out in the front quite a bit. I was noticing on round 1, my entry, like 2 angle, was a little bit slow. So we threw some aggression to the front alignment to get the car to snap easier. In order to try to make the car win, I was looking for more grip, specifically more side bite on turn 1. I told myself going into this round that I have to drive at full throttle in every section. I was noticing kind of like a modulating of throttle in, let's say, section 2. So there was times where I was just flooring it and then working with the angle to find that limit. Did a ton of rebound and compression settings on the VCER shocks. Rebound was the biggest thing that I was adjusting to get the results I wanted. When we would make an adjustment with the car, off the line I could tell the grip, and turn 1 immediately I could feel the response. Once I kind of got through turn 1 and touch and goes and outer 2s, things got a little bit like just more on throttle. So we have on the team, so Dad obviously has been around for a long time. He's really good at taking notes and kind of getting me on a base setup. Then from there I had Jeff, who is a hometown friend, come in as my spotter. He's super technical with how the car looks, which helps because he'll kick my ass and tell me to do better. New to the team, Adrian, he's my new mechanic. He's doing really well. I feel really good with him underneath the car. Bolt checks, fluid checks, just basically an overall mechanic. And then when we're on grid, Adrian's doing a lot of tire temperatures, tire pressures, and just everything I can't see, whether I'm leaking or not leaking, on fire or not. Adrian's just kind of like a secondary eye to the car. This is the first event that I've done the Friday practice. Little did I know how much and how important this would help the team. For one, we got multiple laps just to mess with car settings, which helped a lot. Then to come to find out the next day was a crazy tornado weather day, which basically got us no drive time. Yeah, going into Saturday, everyone of course was saying it was gonna rain. Here in Texas, it rains all the time, thunderstorms. I just downplayed it. We set up, we got ready, the whole team was prepared to drive in the rain, do whatever we needed to do. Little did we know there was this thunderstorm that came through that turned into a heavier thunderstorm, then it got real gnarly, and pretty much we knew at that moment the tent had collapsed, we had work to do to fix our camp, and there was gonna be no driving and no qualifying. As a community, everyone helped everyone out. Everyone helped us out with our own awning. And yeah, dude, we just patched it up and acted like nothing happened and got back to it. Coming into Sunday, which is basically game day, it's the main competition day. Obviously with yesterday's weather, there was a ton of things to catch up on. So we had canceled qualifying and then we were on to practice and then the top 64. Top 64 by run. They used the point standing, so I had enough points to get a by run. .32, we're battling Cardoso. I've never battled him before. I know he's a very young man. I think he's 15 or 16 years old. That battle went really well. He did a great chase. I must have done a better chase. I got the win. Moving on, top 16, Ethan Parnell. He's driving better and better every round, someone to watch out for. We ended up getting the win, moving us on to Hanadale in the top 8. This battle was very important for me. It felt like the finals. Obviously 64, 32, 16, 8s, 4s, and finals. It was a really long day. I felt like, you know, if we get through Hanadale, we could probably take the whole thing because Hanadale had qualified first and won the last round. So obviously I knew he was going to be on throttle and super aggressive. I want to say that I had rubbed him as he was dirt dropping. It's kind of the story that me and him talked about. So it was like just momentum of quite a bit of a bump and the line issue on his end. He ended up spinning and rotating and I just somehow stayed in throttle. And yeah, somehow we took the win on that one. Shout out to Hanadale. I think we both were on full throttle as much as we could around the track. He broke his car and couldn't get back to the line. I ended up getting the win. This was setting me up for dirt Stratton. I beat Dirk last round. I know Dirk is a super solid driver. Leaving turn 1, he had a bit more like straightaway grip. So I threw the car in, caught him leaving turn 1. And as soon as I had caught him, it was almost as if my timing was off. I knew in my head right away I had made a big mistake. So it was just my job to get back on his door and finish out the run. He did a good chase and he ended up getting the win. From there, you pretty much have to battle for the 3rd and 4th place position, which is always kind of weird to lose a race and then have to battle again for a position. But I kept my game face on. I had to battle my boy Troy, and yeah, we've battled before. He beat me, and I wasn't gonna let that happen again. Previously, when I battled Troy, it was in his S14, which he had dialed in. The chassis he's currently in, I knew he hadn't had it fully dialed. At this point in time, the event had been going on for almost 12 hours. I want to say I was very exhausted and it almost is a blur. So battling Troy, I felt real confident. I really wanted to get on the box and not in 4th place. I was on his door. I knew we were aggressive. I think I had bumped him also, thanks to him for staying in throttle like a man. And yeah, we didn't know who won until we got to the podium, and then they made the announcement. Good times with Troy. He's always a really good, spirited driver. Yeah, this was the first podium of the year, so super happy with our results. From our notes, we were in 8th place overall at round 1. Round 2, we got 3rd place, and we ended up in 4th place overall. So I'm super excited for round 3. I feel like we can get better and better results. The team's coming together. I'm feeling more confident. Super thankful. Klutch Kickers, thanks for doing what you're doing. All the sponsors, love you guys. Yeah! That's that check.